Family Clap Pilates. I have a virtual Pilates studio built for moms but open to all. I'm going to take you through a quick flow that you can do in the comfort of your own home. Let's get started. We're going to start lying on our back. Our feet are planted on the mat, knees are bent, arms are long by your side. I want you to take an inhale. As you exhale, slowly lift up into a full shoulder bridge. And then take an inhale, exhale, lower down. Continuing here, using your breath as you lift up and down into a full shoulder bridge. Use this time to check in with your breath. If you need to, you can walk your feet in closer to your glutes. That's going to give you a little bit more leverage to get those hips a little bit higher in the air. Moving through Jello, moving slow and with control. Last two. Last one. On this top one, we're holding at the top. Place your hands on your ribs. Take an inhale, feel those ribs expand. Take an exhale, feel those ribs knit together. Inhale, ribs expand. Exhale, they knit together. 3 deep breaths. Keep those glutes up. Have even pressure in those feet. Last inhale. Exhale, slowly lower the glutes all the way to the ground. Bring those knees into your chest and gently rock from side to side. Now you're going to find your heels about the width of the mat. Place your hands on your hip bones. Take an inhale, exhale, lift all the way up into a full shoulder bridge. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Your feet are naturally kind of twisted out, turned out away from your body. And those heels are essentially on the edge of that mat, so you have an external rotation with those feet. You're lifting again those glutes up, using your breath, engaging your core. And breathe so deep that you could almost blow out a candle or blow some bubbles with your breath. Three and 2. Last one, hold at the top. Bring those knees in towards the midline of your body and away. In and separated. Trying to keep those glutes up. Trying to keep those hips leveled. Trying to move as slow as you can, as if you're having bands actively pull those legs apart. You're fighting against that. Use your breath. Last 2. Last one, knees come in the center of your body. You lower the hips, lift the hips. Lower the glutes, lift the glutes. Knees are as close as they can be together. And I want you to still try to keep that whole foot pressed in. When you press into the mat, when you press the outsides of your feet into that mat while still keeping those knees together, you activate the outer thighs and outer glutes so much more. 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top, separate the knees, lower the glutes down. Drop the knees towards the screen, open the arms into a T. Top leg points and flexes towards that screen. Deep inhale, deep exhale, switch sides. Feeling the release in the lower back. Every time you inhale and exhale in this position, feel each one of the vertebrae get some air. Feel the air release from each and every one of those vertebrae as you exhale. Bring it to center. Now your feet are as wide as the mat. Toes are internally facing, so they're facing towards each other. Knees are touching, heels are width of the mat, or almost to the width of the mat. Take an inhale, exhale, lift those glutes up and hold. Deep inhale, exhale, lower down. Using your breath. Connecting your core each time. Your whole foot is pressing into that mat. Make sure those toes aren't clenched. Relax the foot while simultaneously finding the strength in that foot. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Holding at the top. You've got this. Lower the glutes an inch, lift an inch. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Knees are together, feet are pressed into that mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Find your feet parallel, hip distance. You're gonna come up onto those tippy toes. Heels are lifted. Legs are gonna be glued together as one whole unit. Take an inhale, exhale. Lift those glutes up and hold. Lower down slowly. Inhale, exhale, lift those glutes back up. Keeping those heels lifted the entire time. I want you to think about your kneecaps going forward, so they're going away from your body. You're pressing through those thighs. Your core is engaged. On this next one, hold at the top. You're lowering your right heel to the mat, lifting it up. Left heel to the mat, lift it up. Alternating sides, keeping those knees glued together. And my knees acting up on this portion. Lowering the heels one at a time. Last 3, last 2, and 1. Lift both heels up. Lower the heels and lift. Lower and lift. 5 and 4, 3. Trying to keep those hips in the same place, knees tracking forward. Legs are glued as much as they can. Lower the heels, lower the glutes. Bring those knees in towards your chest. Gently rock from side to side. Finding a figure 4 stretch. Bringing your left ankle on that right thigh. You're grabbing behind your left hamstrings and trying to pull your left thigh closer to your chest. If it's available to you, you can rock from side to side. Flexing and pointing the right foot. Now switch sides. Left ankle on right thigh, pulling the right hamstring closer in towards your chest. Use that breath to bring oxygen to every one of those cells. They got a little stronger today and lengthened out a bit. Last inhale. Rock your knees. Come to a sitting position. Your feet are planted on the mat. Arms are long in front of you. Legs are glued together. I want you to take an inhale, exhale, hinge back and hold. Then bring it forward. Hinging back. You're hinging at the hips so your back stays still, stays straight the entire time as if you have a wood plank on that back. You're just slowly hinging back and forward. You're hinging back to where you find that challenge point, and then you're hinging forward. Trying to keep those feet pressed into the mat. You can always modify by bringing your hands behind those hamstrings and then hinging back and leaning forward. Last 3. And your range of motion may be slightly different than mine, so maybe you can go back a little bit more while keeping those feet down. And last one, holding back. If your arms are long, I want you to lift them both up from your face, bringing back to shoulder height. Lift them up from your face, bring them back to shoulder height. If your hands are here on your hamstrings, I want you to challenge yourself. Can you bring both arms to float? Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last 3, 2, 1. Bring the soles of the feet together. Hinge at the hips. Melt that chest closer to those feet. Drop and melt that head closer to those feet. Feel those hips open up. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lower down. Another deep inhale, deep exhale. And slowly stack up the spine, one vertebra at a time. Thank you for joining me for today's quick booty flow. I hope you have a great day and hope to see you on the mat.